Good morning. Here we are, Wednesday morning. I'm just going to start off by saying this is going to be a beautiful day. And it's going to be a beautiful day no matter what the weather brings, no matter where you are. It is what it is if that's what you make it. So, what are you going to make? It brings me to a topic that I want to talk about this morning, and it's what's the point? How many people have gotten to that point in life where you sit and wonder, what's the point? I know I've had moments. And it's not so much the why me, it's like, what's the point? What's the purpose? What am I here for? There's something bigger, I know, but what is it? What's the point? And that should be the quest in which we should be on. This is the thing that we should be seeking. What's the point? Is the point just to clock in so many hours a week at a job? Or is there a bigger reason? Do we have a bigger purpose? Is it just to exist? Or is it to be more in the sense of making a bigger impact around those in which you have your circle of influence? Those are the people you've come in contact with. What's the point? This is going to be different for everyone. Because we all have a mission, we all have a purpose in life. We're all here not by chance. We're all here for a reason. The question is, what is your reason? What is the purpose? What is your purpose? What is the point? It's time for you to start seeking out what it is. And how do you do that? To be honest with you, right now, for me, what happened has been life events for me. I've had many triggers in my life. I'll consider these things triggers where things have been changed in me. Things have been suddenly altered in my life, whether it's through a physical event or coming into contact with certain individuals, certain people. I believe we have contracts in our lifetimes that certain things will happen to create a change. And basically the change is for you to wake up. There are events that are more severe to certain individuals than others. So I believe it just depends on the personality. Certain personalities are already pre-programmed to deal with certain life events that are more could be more catastrophic, more severe, more to the average person. It's like, wow, life events that physically alter one's life. Look around you. How many people do you know in your life that have suffered or have had to endure physical changes, disasters? Maybe you might consider it a disaster, or life events that have altered their bodies. How many? I had one in my life, and before that, I didn't know anybody who had lost a leg. I knew a couple of arms, people that lost arms, but not a leg. And so once it happened, I went into a world like, well, now what? I had that moment coming out of a hospital, and it's like, what's the point? But lucky for me, the event and those in which I was around caused me to go inside and go, okay, wait, it's not over. I'm still here. Why am I still here? I'm still here because it's not over. That in which I am to do is not over. So now I have to stop and step back and look. What is it? What's the point? What am I here for? Ooh. And even though I knew I was here for a bigger reason, a bigger purpose, and looking back now, the purpose was nothing more significant than to turn myself around and put my hand out to others behind me. To show them, you can do it. This is the point. It's to do nothing more than to put your hand out and help another soul. Now you say, what's the point of that? Think about that. How many times have you been in a situation where you have been down? You've looked at life, and life is like, what's the point? I can't do this anymore. Or this is too much. I've had my fill. To the top. Not another more can I take. Whether it's financial issues, whether it's health issues, love issues, you've had many moments in your life where you've sat and asked that question. What's the point? I can't do this anymore. The point is, when you're pushed to the wall, this is where the universe and God is like, come on now. What you gonna do? You're gonna fall down, lay down, or you're gonna get your butt up off the ground and keep going. The reason that we go through these things are basically to toughen our souls up. And I also believe that we come here with those expectations from past lives, things that we need to fix, heal, and take care of. The other reason is I think that these things that happen to us are things that we have planned in the past to happen to wake us up because we get caught up in the life, in this that we're in now. And for some hardheads like myself, it takes a major event to wake us up, to find what's the point. You know, it's funny because I've been through that. I've been through that where everything changed in my life. I lost a leg. I had to reconfigure my whole life to go from having a full body and having a very prideful walk to all of a sudden losing a leg, which was a chunk of my body. And no longer do I have this prideful walk. I had to alter all of my life plans, and I was a planner. They all were altered. But it was for a reason. And even still, I went back to the old way that I was. Even after that, even though I knew, because it was the easiest thing for me to do, it was what I knew. And this is the thing that we do. We tend to, no matter what, we go back to what we know. Because good or bad, it seems to be a comfort zone. So, what are you going to do? You have to become aware. I said the other day, I've said probably multiple times, that part of the healing process is to become aware of what needs to be healed. And once you become aware, then it's a process in which you have to focus and start the healing of whatever it is that you find in you. And it's a process, most of the time, it's the healing part is the part where you have to unlearn things that we've been taught in order to heal old wounds in us. So what's the point? The point is, you're here for a reason. The point is, all that you've gone through is part of your journey. The point is that this has made you who you are right now. You're one tough cookie. You're one beautiful soul. And you have a story to share. And the story is an awesome story. This story is the story of your life. We all have a story. And depending on how you narrate your own story is really how others will perceive you. For me, mine's an ongoing story. It's all of us, but I want, and I will have, an awesome love story. And it's the love story of finding me. Yes. It's a love story. And you know, most of us seek out love outside of us, and I am guilty. I've spent my life seeking love. And it's taken me until this stage in my life to realize that how can I attract love if I don't love myself? And there I was, feeling lonely most of my adult life. And there was many moments where I would sit and say, what's the point? I obviously am not attracting the one. Oh, it's easy to have many, but it's the one that I'm seeking. What's the point? The point is for you to find you. That's the point. And once you become aware of who you are, once you become aware of this thing called unconditional love, and it's directed at you, you have unconditional love for you. You have a self-awareness of who you are. You have a self-confidence, and you know your self-worth. And it's not based on what somebody else is going to say to you. And when they do, and if they do, and it affects you, listen. There's more work to be done. This is the indicator. When somebody sits and says to you, oh, you know, Nick, you don't make enough money. Nick, you don't have this. Nick, you don't have that. And it affects me? Oh, you know, just when I think I got those things taken care of and it affects me and inside of my insides churn, it's like more work, more healing. You thought you were done, but you're not. And again, so everything is a process. Everything takes time. But when these things happen, you become aware quickly. And so it's an easier process to get back to healing. And that's the point. The point is to be aware. The point is to go inside yourself and start working on you. The point is, you're here for a reason. You're here to help and heal other people. It's a simple mission. It's nothing extravagant. Those that are around you are your people that you need to be in touch with. They're there for a reason. People come into our lives for a reason. Some for a season, some for a life. But they're all for a reason. And it's up to you to make it what it is. What's the point? Again, you're here for a reason. Find the reason. Be love. Always be love. Because where there's love, nothing is missing. And so if you can be that, you will change those that are around you. And mostly, you will change yourself. And that's a healing thing. So I'm going to leave you with that. I went way too long. If this resonates, hopefully it does with some one or two people, I'd be thrilled. Let me know. Find me on YouTube. Subscribe, like if you find it resonates with you. I'm on Instagram. I send pictures, and Facebook. I send pictures. Nick Gallardo, or I think it's both under Nicholas Gallardo. I'm here. So, be awesome today. Make today yours. Take possession of this day. And that's the point. It's you finding you. That's the point. It's you being who you truly are. Be your true, authentic self. And that's my story for the day. Be well. Be love always. And until next time, stay awesome.